Why? Happy Thursday, you beautiful souls. Happy June. It's a little bit of a change up. Things are crazy in the schedule. So we got to push the satsang to Thursday. And some things opened up. So we're going to be jumping off in the morning to really dive deep in the continuation of everything we covered in May. Now, if you haven't yet, I highly recommend you check out those satsangs. It's all about self-realization and self-mastery. The path are one and the same, two sides of the same coin. But that journey itself will always bring you to a place of, you could say, divine recognition. That game of the seesaw that is the duality we live in, rest upon the fulcrum of the I am. And that is our topic this June, as we dive deep into all the different themes relating to that beingness we know as me, myself, and I. The most important thing here is that you're already living this divine truth. Everything that we're going to be diving into this month is really unfolding this presence, this divine beingness, that I am in which we are and all is. So go ahead and get your last few wiggles out. Shake it out. Shake any tension out. When you hear the first 3 taps of the singing bowl, every time you hear the bell ring, take a nice deep inhale. With your exhale, lower the jaw, relax the mouth, and transform it into a powerful Om. Allow that A note to resonate like a giant sigh of relief. And as you close the mouth, the U and the M will form naturally. Take a big exhale here, emptying the body of breath. It's here we come back into that recognition that both the external and the internal worlds are observed by that sense of self, our beingness, that in which we know as I am. It's here we let go of all assumptions, all beliefs, all concepts, and simply observe what is, and witness that which falls away, which clearly is not original to us. Rest in that movie theater, that cinema of the mind, as you observe both the inner and the outer. Allow the dust to settle. Simply witness, simply observe. And when you hear this final tap of the singing bowl, shift your attention to the sound of the bell as it rings. And again, drifts and fades back into the silence, the stillness. That in which we are, this I am, goes beyond words. One could spend their entire lifetime, and many have, explaining and expressing the many divine attributes and natures of what we come to realize as ourself. But it matters not, for it's all about the experience. That recognition that this sense of I am is that ground of being that goes unchanging. It is but that window of awareness. You are that silent knower. Although we have the tool of the voice of the mind, we need not use it to truly be. And when we are in that effortless flow state, all aspects of such inner and outer chatter are absent. So, what does that mean about you? That sense of self, when it lets go of all of the temporary identifications and attachments, what happens when you rest with just that knowing of your own beingness? Rest in the I am now, not identifying with the body or its movements or happenings. Observing the subtle separation between thoughts and emotions. The recognition into the external is quite obvious, for the body becomes that limiting force. We understand what lies outside of it. But there is the same knower that recognizes both the inner and outer worlds. So, what makes you think? What has conditioned you to believe that you are confined to just this body? Does that same I am presence not follow you in sleep? Does it not leave you in those dreamless states? This is the ultimate question we must ask ourselves. We must explore so we may come to know experientially that in which we are, that divine I am. It is that I that represents the point of individuality, your own unique soul. But what happens when you shift your attention even further to the beingness itself, just the amness? These introspections take us back to the age old questions of, can the seer be seen? Can the observer be observed? One must sit and rest, marinate themselves within these questions. Can the eye look upon itself unless it has a mirror? We simply cannot observe ourselves, but what we witness is the letting go of what we're not. So, what arises when you remain within that adoration of the self that transcends the attachments and temporary? What arises when you hold space in the heart for your own sense of divine nature to unfold? It's here we come to understand that pureness radiating from the heart space, unfolding the lightness, the stillness, the calm, the nothingness, but yet again, that too is observed. And that is the beautiful happening of our own beingness, is we come to understand ourselves through the aroma of what we are. Rest and remain in this recognition. Allow what arises to arise and simply observe it, knowing that it stems from your own sense of letting go. The more we empty out this cup of our own identity and beingness, the more we are rewarded with that divine knowing and eternal truth of what we are, whom we've been, and the many subtleties to this divine playground of light. I am. Allow that to be the focus of your mind if you need one. Nothing else. But come to know that's all there is this sense of self. For all is in that womb of the Creator, so your own portal of the I am leads you straight to Source. And the most important realization here is that everything and all else, too, originates from Source. And there's nothing outside you. All there is is one. But we must allow ourselves to observe. We must give ourselves the opportunity to clearly see this divine knowing of the heart, this I am presence. So remain within it. It's here we come to let go all of the temporary aspects of our identifications, those temporary yearnings, those temporary wants, the cycles that come and go, for that I am presence is the observer of them all, unchanged, unmoved. For it dwells and lives in peace. Your own sense of creation and manifestation arises from this divine recognition, I am. For whatever follows, you speak into existence, you attach and give the power of your very divine nature. One must come to recognize the many great parables spoken throughout the years by all the awakened ones have always guided us to this recognition that the I am is the source to figure out. And as one continues to unfold this journey of the I am presence, we can transcend that fulcrum to this duality and come to understand the ground of being in which that same sense of self stands upon. For it is one and the same with that divine beingness of the one. Take a deep breath here. Filling the lower belly up first before the chest, then filling the entirety of the body with that love and light. Hold briefly before releasing. However you choose, allow the breath to escape you and release the tension. And again, take a deep breath in. Fill yourself up with as much of that prana and chi as you can before again releasing the breath, letting go of the tensions, the questions, the doubts, the fears. Come to know and understand yourself as this effortless presence of self. Again, take a deep breath here. Not paying attention to the mind or even the body's happenings themselves, but simply allowing the body to go through its necessary motions. And as you release the breath again, resting in that stillness, that calm. Even if there are arisings and happenings within you, understand that they are but phenomena of the mind. They are not real. The only reality and weight they hold is that in which you bestow and give them. That is the paradox of the mind itself. For yes, it has its own dynamic activity, but you are the witness that allows it to have its own governing presence or power. Dismiss it, and it will fall away and drop away like everything else you're not interested or attracted towards. That is the purpose of this path of self-realization and self-mastery, is to continue to refine this knowing of who and what you are by eliminating, letting go, surrendering, compassionately accepting what you are not. Thus revealing more and more of that divine I am presence you are, but one must not take years and many avenues and paths of exploration. One can simply sit with that thought, with that repetitive statement, the mantra, I am. Speak it to yourself audibly now. I am. Feel the power. Again, I am. And once more, I am. Allow these words to reach the depths of your very heart, the core of your very being. That this amness, this beingness, is the divine spark within all. It is truly that representation of the divine within each being, that namaste. When spoken with such confidence and eloquence, know that your I amness is that divine right for your love, for your happiness, for your joy, for your success, for your abundance in this realm. For that beingness stems directly from the Creator. And you are here to come to explore yourself and bring that gift that is your unique I am window of awareness onto this world. Your sense of self, that eternal I am, is known not through the mind, but through the heart. So come to explore yourself fully and freely. Dive deep into that knowingness in what you are. Allow that light to shine and radiate, for you are the eternal truth. This is why no question and answer are outside of you. You are born innately with everything you need. But sometimes we need those life experiences to remind us so we can remember who we are again. And that is the beauty of this journey, this exploration of self, this path, exploring this I am presence, is that it's uniquely ours. We must go through what we need to go through to awaken, and everyone's paths are different. Mm. Mm. You are light, you are love. Know this. You are eternal. Your essence never ends. And your sense of me and self will never truly go away, but it transforms. These are the words you must trust if you do not currently experientially know. Have faith in the journey you've experienced thus far and know that it is leading you to these divine waters of truth. So rest in that I am presence, rest in that divine knowing. Continue to observe from that point of subtle separation. But in truth, the separation arises by the recognition that you are the one observing all of these internal and external happenings. And again, observe through the heart, knowing that all stem from this great eternal source of love. Those who are not awakened to it, do not judge them, do not pour assumptions onto them, for their divine path is their divine path. Be grateful you've come this far on your own, and be excited for the journey you have to continue. For this infinite unfolding and exploration of this I am presence is never ending. Yet with each layer and recognition unfold and realize, this beautiful experience, this divine playground becomes more and more magical every slice of now. So remain in that I am knowing, remain in that truth. For you are the divine embodied. Again, rest internally, repeating to yourself, I am. And knowing in your heart the vastness, the grand beauty that is that am presence behind it. That your proclamation of the I, followed by this am, is that declaration of the heart that you are one of many sparks of the eternal fire, that you are a god and goddess of manifestation and creation, that you are one cell of the whole, that you are directly tapped into source, that all is source. The list goes on of how many avenues of expression the heart can sing with this statement. But simply leaving it at I am, I am, I am, will lead you to seeing the ethereal nature to this dense physical world, or so it seems. It will allow you to have the bridges of compassion and understanding open up to the hearts of yourself and others. For there is that gentle nod of understanding that we all come from this creator, that we all have our own journeys back to the creator, and that it is up to ourselves to undertake our own journey and to simply witness, support, assist, and love all others. When you hear the final tap of the singing bowl, again, take a deep breath in when you hear the bell ring. And as you chant out this this divine chord, see it as but another way to state that almighty I am proclamation and declaration of the heart. Release the body of breath here. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you, and thank you so much for tapping in. I hope you have an amazing June. Don't forget, it's going to be an blissful journey, an exploration in this unfoldment of the I am. This is definitely one of the, I guess you'd say, most highly anticipated series that I'm going to partake in, because there's been so many juicy nuggets that get revealed throughout this inner looking. And everyone's got to recognize that whole I am statement. Jesus, Buddha, all the masters, they've used this. They've tried to tell everyone that this sense of I amness is that strength. It's that oomph. It gives you the extra divine juice that you need to really have your words carry weight. It's one of the most important things that we can really come to understand, because if we allow ourselves to strip away the false by simply focusing on that I amness, everything else drops away naturally. It is one of the purest and quickest ways back to this eternal truth. Now, the process of self-realization and self-mastery plays its role in that, which is why we explored it first. But here is where you can really take those tools to the next level. So if you haven't yet, I highly recommend that you check out the Satsangs for May and enjoy the ones in June to come, because they're going to be pretty powerful. And I got to say, I love you so much. Thank you for tapping in. Don't forget to do all the fancy YouTube stuff, notification bell, subscribe, all the cool things. And if there's one thing that you can really carry with you from this meditation, it's to hold on to that I am mantra, and know that as you say it, as you repeat it, allow that heart to unfold that understanding of the unification of everything, the oneness in all. That although it may be a different person, seemingly, that you still give them that divine respect, that namaste. That I am will really help you live it. So, may the fruit of knowledge offer a seed, and in that seed may your love, will, and intuition give life and nourishment, for a tree shall grow, and in its shade may you find peace, and offer peace to all whom ask. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you. I love you so much. Thanks for checking in, and I'll see you Sunday. Take care, you beautiful souls. I love you so much. Peace.